Hello, everyone. This is Bill Apter. Welcome down to Apter's Alley and a new segment. And this guy said that he'd better be the first one to kick it off. Called the Indy Buzz, just like I used to do on OneWrestling.com when we introduced some of the upcoming indie guys. And this guy not only says he's upcoming, but he's going to be at a convention soon, the 80s Wrestling Con. In Morristown, New Jersey, and he already told me that he's going to go right over to Bret Hart and say that he is the best there is. He is the best there was currently, and the best there ever will be. And I'm talking about Recon. That's kind of a real bold thing to come out of the gate with, isn't it?
It kind of is, but you know what? I mean, listen, all respect to him, but he's the past. I'm the future. So there's always got to be the next best, right? So, and I'm that guy.
You're convinced that's you. What makes you convinced that that's you? I mean, there's a lot of indie talent out there that also feels the same way. But what sets Rick Recon apart?
I think there's a lot of guys. They have a lot of talent. They have a lot of ability. But the fact is, I feel that they do not respect the business. They do not respect the old school way. They don't respect the veterans of the game or study the veterans of the game. It's all about what can they do now, and they know the best way. And of course, I'm coming out here being as cocky as can be that I'm going to go right up Bret Hart's face.
Yeah.
But listen, let me quote another great, Ric Flair. You want to be the man, you got to beat the man. To beat the man, you got to get up right in the man's face. To be the best, you have to carry yourself as if you're already the best.
So let's say in his prime, Bret the Hitman Hart came to ISPW to wrestle you in what you're calling right now your prime, that you're ready for anything. What would happen in that match?
I think it would be a very, very, very close match, but I've had very close matches against some of the best in the game, both currently and guys like Tommy Dreamer and Crowbar, and I've gotten victories over them. So close matches is great. That's fine. It would be close, absolutely. It's not going to be sort of I'm going to run through him, but I would get the victory.
Okay. All right. So a lot of fans out there are familiar with ISPW, but they're not familiar with your background. How did all this happen? Where did you? Who trained you? And what's your height and weight and your finishers? Give us a little capsule.
Well, started about 7 years ago. I've had numerous trainers. Guy, he's from the New York area. Gorgeous Jerry Idol was the guy I started with. Then I moved on to being trained by Brutal Bob Evans, ROH. Those are two of the main ones that helped train me. I've done a lot of traveling in those 7 years. I try to get out as much as possible. I've done some work down in the South, out, a little bit in the Midwest, primarily in the Northeast, because this is the hotbed. It really is. It's the hotbed for it. And like I said before, I studied the greats. So if we're talking about moves, finishes, I love good old classic and sharpshooter, pedigree, spears, anything like that. Anything that they're effective. They haven't stopped being effective. So why not continue to use them?
Sure. That's what's your height? What's your height and weight?
I'm about 6 foot and 220.
Okay. Now, one of the things you that I know you have taken on the man that created Busted Open Radio on Sirius Radio, Dave LaGreca. How the heck did you two get together, and why?
ISPW, my friend, ISPW. See, it was a case of Dave LaGreca was managing Danny Doring there, and there was some miscommunication, and Doring, I guess, felt that he was too good to have Dave LaGreca in his corner. So Dave said, well, I'm going to go with the young upstart here. So he got into my corner, and we talked business, and it's just gone from there. I really love Dave. I love his passion for the business. He pays attention to a lot. He knows a lot of people. He really does. And he's had my back this whole time.
Does he interfere? Does he interfere in your matches to make sure that you're not busted open?
He does what he needs to do. He does what he needs to do, and we walk out with victories. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Okay, so let's move on to. I know you were in the Super 8, and I saw film videos of that. You did a really, really great job in the Super 8. But now you've gotten yourself involved with Crowbar. I mean, one of the young veterans of this business, and I know him really, really well. And there's not a lot that gets him so agitated that he wants to go out and get into a cage match with somebody. But Rage in the Cage is coming up, I think it's April 14th. You and he locked in a cage. What has brought him to accept a cage match against you?
I think it's a case of just we both want to see this come to some sort of a conclusion, because there's been involvement in not only Dave, not only on my side, but on his side too. So his hands aren't clean in this either. So it's
wait, who's been interfering on his side?
His wife.
Yes.
His wife.
I know her.
I understand why. That's your husband, and I really have no ill will towards her whatsoever. I truly don't. I would do the same thing if I was in her shoes. But there needs to be a conclusion. There needs to be a winner, and there needs to be no questions. So it's going to be the cage, just me and him.
Okay. You and Crowbar, and he's. How many have you been in steel cage matches before?
I've been in a couple. Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah, he's been in a lot more than a couple there. So you're going to have your hands full, and we're looking forward to seeing that match. What's your how young are you?
I'm 32.
32. Right. So where eventually in this business, because Ispw is a great ground for you, eventually in the business, are you looking to be the head of a table someplace?
I think that's what the best of us aspire to be, yes, and that is something I'm looking to do. Absolutely.
Okay.
He's given us a model. The tribal chief has given us a model to follow, and that's something that's a goal, I think, like I said, for every true pro in this business. Wants to be the best, wants to be the top guy.
Does Dave LaGreca want to be the advisor? Does he want to be on that Paul Heyman level?
Oh, I absolutely, and he would be the first guy to be there too. Absolutely, he could be my advocate, agent, advisor, all that.
Where can people find you on social media, Rick Recon?
You can hit up Twitter, Rick Recon, and the number 1. Instagram, Rick_Recon, RickRecon.com. I'm all over there. So I'm very easy to find.
All right. So Rick Recon number 1, you said. Why is that? Why is that?
Because I'm the one and the only one.
All right. Thank you, Rick Recon. We will look forward, of course. Now, let's say people are watching this after your match in Rage in the Cage on April 14th at Ispw, looking into your future and everything. What happened in that cage match?
I walked out of there. Well, I might be scarred, I might be bloody, but I walked out of there the victor. And sorry, Crowbar, you didn't.
All right. That's the last words here from Rick Recon. This is Bill Apter at One Wrestling Video, BillApter.com. Don't forget to follow me also at Sportskeeda, which is my home on the internet. Bill Apter, and we'll see you.